back with QuaranTube episode 10. And in this episode, I am going to demonstrate how you can fix the speaker grills on a 2009 to 2014 F150. These speaker grills are really the only metal piece on the door panel. Everything else around it's plastic, rubber, that type of thing. But the speaker grills are a metal, and over time they get pitted. They get a little rusty looking, and they just look like garbage. They go to hell, and it really brings down the aesthetics of the interior of the truck. So there's a couple ways you can fix it. I chose to paint mine with a satin black, which helped it match into the door panel a lot better. And I am going to show you the proper way to do it. There's another guy on YouTube who is obviously super lazy, and if you watch his videos, he works for a used car dealership, so he's just flipping these cars, and he's spray painting the things right on the door panel. It's a half-assed job, not the way you want to do it. I'm not going to call him out, but if you watch his video, definitely not the way you want to do it. I'm going to show you the right way to do it, and it takes no time at all. So as long as you're not lazy, you're going to end up with great looking parts for the interior of your truck. Okay, so here we are with the 13 F150, and there is some pretty common complaints about these speaker grills here. They're a metal of some sort, but they like to get gunked up like this. You see, like, there's like a little bit of rusting, pitting, whatever on it. You don't see that on anything else on the door because, well, this is chrome and the rest is plastic. This is the only metal piece on it. So yeah, it gets kind of yucky looking. And there were two options for this. I was either going to pull it off and get some of the acoustic transparent speaker cover and wrap it around here and put it back on. But I think what I'm going to do is take it off and get the Krylon satin black spray can and just spray it and then make this black, and it'll actually blend in with this lower part of the door a lot better too. Now, there's two ways to get this piece off. You can either take the whole door panel off, which I've done before to fix the window. So it's a pain in the butt the first time you do it, but then once you know what you're doing, it's not that bad. But these are just in here with clips. There's like a large clip, two small clips, and then two clips and two clips. I think that's 7 clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 7 clips. And you can get in here with like a putty knife or a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to try a flathead screwdriver and just hit those clips and work it out. And then once I have it out, I can just take my time, spray them very light coats, and then once I have it looking to how I want it to look, let it dry and just snap it back into place. And that's the route we're going to take on this. Here are the speaker guards out of the truck. They came out super easy with nothing more than a flathead screwdriver. What I did is I started on the back side, so the side closest to the door jamb, and it has 2 clips right here. All right, and I just got in near these clips, pushed them down. Once I had those out, the rest of this piece could just be easily worked out by hand. That's all that you need to do. Now, you do need to be careful. Don't get in there and just don't be yanking on it, because these are a very fragile, easy bendable piece. And if you put a kink in it, if you put a wrinkle in it, you're not going to get it out, and you're going to lose, you know, a good looking piece of your truck. It's going to always have a wrinkle in it. So you have to be careful with that. But now they're out, and you can see they look like junk. They're pitted. They just don't look good at all. And it brings down the inside of the truck. So what I did is I got a $4.99 bottle of Krylon Color Max paint and primer, satin black. I think that's going to look the best inside of the truck. And we're going to shake this up really good, and I'm just going to put some light coats on these and just repeat that throughout the afternoon. There's no rush on this. We're in quarantine. The truck's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. It's a nice day. So we're just going to take our time, put on a bunch of light coats, get these looking good, And then later today, maybe tomorrow, who knows? Whenever I feel like it, we'll just clip them back into the doors. In short, to recap this whole process and to get your speaker grills looking good again, you want to start with the removal of the grill itself. Again, there are 7 tabs and they are located here, 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 1 here, here, and here. You should be able to get this piece out by hand if you start at the back and you unlock these 2 tabs. All right, that'll loosen it up, and then you can work this piece out by hand. Just be careful, you don't want to bend it in this area anywhere. If you bend a tab a little bit, it's not, you know, it's not a bad thing. You can easily bend it back with a pair of pliers or even with your fingers to get it to match up. The big thing is you don't want to put a wrinkle in this front piece here, because if you put a wrinkle in here somewhere, you're not going to get it out, and then it won't look good. So just work these 2 tabs with a flathead screwdriver, a putty knife, something like that. Push them in a little bit. You'll be able to pop this out, and then you can slide the rest of this out by hand. All right. And then what I did is I got the Krylon 2-in-1 Color Max. It's a 2-in-1 paint and primer, satin black. You don't want gloss or anything if you want it to match here real nice. I got the satin black, and then I laid them both out. I kept the spray can 6 to 8 inches away and just lightly coated them and let them sit for at least 10 minutes in between coats. I mean, I wasn't really counting, but it was at least 10 minutes in between. That's what the can says. And I did 2 light coats on the front. I let those dry. I flipped it over. I did 2 light coats on the back. I let those dry. I flipped it back over to the front again and did 2 more very light coats. And the reason that you want to stay 6 to 8 inches away and keep the coating light is because these have holes in here. You can see the holes. It's a speaker grill. You don't want to clog these holes up with paint, because that's going to affect the sound coming from your speaker. These holes are here for a reason, and that's so that you get optimal sound coming through there. If that wasn't important, they would just cover the whole panel with plastic. All right, you don't want to clog up these holes. So light coats, you take your time, but it's still not going to take you no time at all. I mean, you can remove this piece in less than a minute. All right, spray painting, I don't know, 4 coats, 10 minutes. You know, it's 40 minutes there, 2 more coats on the back. So say an hour max of painting, and then I let it dry for an hour before I reinstalled. So 2-hour job tops, and that's, you know, just waiting to make sure that everything's covered properly with the paint. The removal and installation isn't hard. When you go to put it back in, no tools required. You just line it up and you snap the tabs back into place. That's the proper way to do it. Don't spray paint it while it's on your vehicle. You're going to get overspray, and even if you mask off here and there or have a shield, there's still going to be, there's wind, all right? You're doing this with the door open, there's wind. Overspray is going to spray into your vehicle. It's going to get all over the place. Overspray doesn't just stay within a 1-inch barrier of where you're painting. So don't spray it on there. Also, if you sprayed it directly on here, because there's holes in here, the spray is going to go through there. It's going to get on the speaker behind it, inside the door, all over things inside the door. Don't do that. That's just laziness, all right? Do it the right way, especially when it takes less than 60 seconds to take this piece off the door. And also, if you take it off, you get to spray the back of it, which protects the back of the metal also from rusting and pitting. So this is the right way to do it. I hope this helps you make your truck look better. It did a lot for the inside appearance of this door panel. Did the same thing on the passenger side, obviously, but it looks great, and it's super simple to do it yourself. Thanks for watching.